Hello aspirants and welcome again to Legacy IAS Academy. In this lecture, we will be discussing about a link that is being created with respect to the development in the air infrastructure in India's northeastern region, corresponding to a subsequent development in the economy of the northeastern region, specifically with respect to agriculture, tourism, as well as employment. So how is this link possible? How is it happening? To what extent it is happening? This and much more is what we are going to see in this lecture. So let's get started with it. So in the northeastern region, there has been a rapid air infrastructure development. Now the infrastructures can be classified into two types. One is the economic infrastructure and the other is the social infrastructure. So economic infrastructure is an infrastructure that is created for commercial purposes, for gaining profits, like for example the capitalist motive. Whereas so examples here could be, your airports also are an example over here. If you look at the social infrastructure, you have the schools, colleges, educational systems, the government entities, etc., which are there for the social purposes, for the social development of the country. Now here the profit motive will not be there because the government is involved, so the governance motive will be there, the society's development motive will be there, are known as the social infrastructure. Now the air infrastructure is what? The infrastructure with respect to the airport and the surrounding area, the runways, the airport, the tunnel, the terminals, etc., is nothing but the air infrastructure that we are talking about, which comes under the economic infrastructure. So there has been a rapid development in the air infrastructure in the northeastern region that has led to the economic development. Now there has been an economic development with respect to tourism, with respect to also employment has improved, as well as it has also helped the agriculture sector. So we will see how the airports or the flights, more number of flights, more number of terminals and airstrips and runways are leading to development of agriculture. So before we move on, an important announcement with respect to the new batches that are starting at Legacy IAS Academy, having a maximum of only 40 students in order to ensure individual attention to each and every aspirant, wherein you will be taught as well as mentored by the experts in UPSC Civil Services examination. Now, once you enroll with us, there are certain advantages. The most important of them would be the one-on-one mentorship, along with doubt-solving sessions and regular interactions with the educators of the institute. There will be, of course, comprehensive coverage of the entire syllabus, daily mains answer writing practice to get you mains ready. There will be test series for prelims as well as mains, and a 360-degree approach to cover current affairs, wherein the entire week's current affairs will be covered via the live classes. Yes, the entire current affairs will be covered by the respective faculties in the live classes. Now, if you want to enroll with us, you can simply download the app or log on to the website or call the numbers that are listed here. So now let's continue with our news. So what is the current status of air infrastructure in northeastern region? There are presently around 17 operational airports. Now this number is almost the double since 2014. So in the last 10 years, the number of operational airports has almost doubled. Now this includes the greenfield airports as well. Now what is greenfield airports means? These are the airports which have been created afresh, constructed afresh. There was nothing. It's not an expansion project. It is an altogether new airport that has been constructed, and that has happened in Arunachal Pradesh, 3 new airports, Sikkim, Nagaland, Tripura, 1 each. Now, along with that, there have been the revived and upgradation of airport as well. Now, this revival or upgradation would be basically the brownfield projects. Brownfield projects are projects which are nothing but expansion or upgradation of an already existing project. So, these are the brownfield projects as well, which has taken place in northeastern region. Along with this, there have been the implementation of the schemes by the government of India. For example, the UDAN scheme, that is Ude Desh ka Aam Nagrik scheme, which talks about making even the common man of India, means for having the lower middle class or low economic background, low economic class people can also fly. In this, the government talks about regional connectivity. Flights which are of shorter duration will be restricted with respect to their ceiling price. The price of these tickets will be restricted, which will facilitate more number of people to take these flights. Along with this, the Krishi Udan, which is nothing but the air cargo support for perishable farm produce. So Ude Desh ka Aam Nagrik scheme also in the agricultural sector, which helps to transport the cargo, basically the parcel, the quantum of goods that are required for perishable farm produce. That means farm produce which have very short term shelf life. That means they get spoiled quite soon. Moving ahead, now let us see the impact of this on agriculture, then tourism and employment. So first, starting with agriculture, of course, the faster transport will ensure that the perishable goods are safe and not spoiled, as a result of which it will reduce the wastages. Second, the farmers will be able to access high value markets. Why high value markets? The regional market may not give you higher returns, but the markets far away will give you better returns. So air cargo, availability of air cargo, flight cargo, etc. will help easier, faster access of the goods to the other region for selling, hence better price realization. It will lead to increased income to the farmers. Moving ahead with respect to tourism. So of course, more number of airports means more capacity for that region to cater to the incoming people, and more number of people can come to those regions using the airport, using basically the flights. So ease of reaching to that region has also increased, as a result of which surge in the domestic tourism has been there. Foreign tourist arrivals have also increased. At the same time, the expectation is of 25% year-on-year growth till 2025. Now the exact data of 2025 will be generated and will be out soon. So that is expected to be an increase of 25%. However, this needs to be taken with a pinch of salt, because after COVID, just before COVID, there was a very high amount of tourism in India. During COVID, it suddenly went down. And then, of course, since it went down, the base becomes small and the growth will seem to be higher, even though it is not. So in the entire India, the tourism is yet to be back on the pre-COVID level, but it is almost there. So that is also one reason. But yes, the development of the air infrastructure has played a role in this. It will give boost to hospitality, handicraft, other services sector. See, when the tourists come, it will give boost to the entire economy of the region. There is no doubt about it. At the same time, it has led to increase in employment, because more tourism means more employment. Some of the entire countries are working only based on tourism. A lot of Indian cities, areas, a lot of places in certain states in India are doing quite well when it comes to tourism. So direct jobs are created in that, as well as direct jobs are created in airport, aviation management, so on and so forth. Just imagine simply, if you are creating an airport, the first thing you need is to construct it. For that, you will need employment in every domain. The heads, the managers, the engineers, and hundreds and thousands of laborers as well. So direct job creation will anyhow be there, along with the indirect job creations in aviation or the allied sectors like transports, hotel, tourism, etc. will also be there. And even when you have air connectivity, you will need last mile connectivity, so it will help in that as well. Along with the economic benefits, there are socio-economic benefits as well. For example, the integration of northeastern region with the rest of the country, as well as emphasizing our Act East policy. Connectivity to the other countries also becomes facilitative or easy. It will reduce the isolation of the region, because connectivity will be better, and increase the strategic importance of our northeastern region, not just with respect, of course, not with respect to the country itself, that is also there. It will reduce isolation, but also strategic location with respect to India's international relations, safety, security, etc. Now, there are certain challenges, very high operational costs, because the terrain are difficult, high cost of constructing the infrastructure, sustainability of the infrastructure, and they are ecologically sensitive regions. So balancing ecological concerns is also a thing. At the same time, regional disparity in demand and investment is also seen when it comes to northeastern and other regions of India. The way forward could be PPP model. That means public-private partnership model, taking the help of the private sector in addition to the public sector, having multimodal transport connectivity, for example, air, road, waterway, connecting northeastern region among itself and with respect to the other parts of the country and other countries through multi-modal system, promote ecotourism, organic farming, and skill the people, especially the locals, so they can reap the benefits of this development. Thank you.